everyone, it's Porcelain again, and welcome back to Tossed and Found. This week I have a whole bunch of garage sale finds. It's also a fairly small haul, except at the end there's this giant box we get to go through, and I haven't gone through it yet, which is good because it's been a few days since I bought it, and it's been sitting in my living room, and I've just been looking at it like, I want to go through you. Please let me go through you and discover what hidden gems I bought. So you guys get to see me go through it for the very first time. I have no clue what's in it. But first we're going to start off with a few toy items that I bought. The first are actually some Care Bears. Now, I'm not myself a huge Care Bear fan. I can see the appeal. Like, they're cute, they're very colorful, and I can see why people like to collect them. But myself, I don't collect Care Bears. They're not a big thing for me. But when I see them out, I like to pick them up because I know so many people like to collect them, so it would be easy for me to resell them to someone or give them away to someone if I found out one of my friends was a big collector of Care Bears, because so many girls are for some reason. So here are my Care Bears that I got. The first one is actually this dog. It's hard to fit things in my camera view. There we go. It's actually this dog. This one is... Luckily it says their names on their tags or I wouldn't know. This is one of the Care Bear cousins. Here's his tag. Hopefully it is Loyal Heart Dog. And he has a cute little white tail. And how you know it's a real Care Bear, not a knockoff, is they'll have this little heart here on their butt that says Care Bear Cousins. There's my cat sneezing again in the background because she will always interrupt me. The one thing that I think is actually really cute about this one specifically is that they gave him a heart around his eye, which I just thought like the little heart spot around his eye was really, really cute. So I probably won't be keeping him, but I'm going to show you guys anyways. I think the detailing on Care Bears is great, and there is my cat actually walking through screen. Spoon, you can't. Now she's rubbing on my light. And this is Spoon, everyone. I didn't get her at a garage sale, but she obviously wants to be in the video, so... Are you done yet, Spoon? Yeah, you're in a video. Spoon. Okay, Spoon, you're gonna knock over my light. Okay, guys, I gotta deal with the Spoon. Unfortunately, this room doesn't have a door, so I can't lock her out. So, yes, that is Loyal Heart Dog. And then we have a friend for him, which is this one. Which, I actually know this one. This one's Cheer Bear. Didn't really watch the Care Bears as a kid, but I know a few of their names. She has a rainbow for her stomach. I don't know what these are called. They remind me of cutie marks, but obviously they're not ponies, so. Hers are her Care Bear heart is unfortunately rubbed off a little bit, but she's still in really good condition. These guys just need a little cleaning. They've been taken really good care of. And the thing about this one is, it talks. As you can see, its butt opens up. And you turn it on. I think she needs new batteries though. So, how about I do a jump cut, I'll run upstairs, see if I can find some batteries, and see if putting new batteries in her makes her work better. Hopefully it does. She sounds like a horror film right now. Alright, so I'll be right back, guys. And we're back, and I have new batteries in her. Cheer Bear takes 3 AA batteries, which I've replaced. She just unscrews there. Under her tag. And She has 3 modes. She has a demo mode, a play mode, and an off switch, which is really important that toys that make noise have off switches, because they can get really annoying otherwise. These are her old batteries. They're quite old. Now, if you buy a used toy that takes batteries, whether it's working or not, if you can't tell if it has batteries in it already or not, either way, you should always take out the batteries, because they can leak, and if they leak, they can actually ruin the toy completely by making it not work anymore, and it also takes a long time to clean that stuff up, and it's dangerous. So always take the old batteries out of your toys. You don't know how long they've been in there. They might leak if they haven't already, and either replace them with new ones or just don't put batteries in them until you're going to use them. So I've replaced her with batteries. I haven't tried her yet, though. We're going to try her on camera. So you just squeeze her hand. Oh, I need to turn her on again. Alright, she's in play mode.
It's me, Care Bear. What's your name?
Oh, and she moves!
Do you want to sing a song? This is one of my favorites. The
Oh.
wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
So you press her hand and she'll turn on and she'll start talking and singing and apparently moving her head. I didn't know she moved. That's pretty awesome. And so it was just the old battery, so she still works really well. She'll clean up nicely. She's got a couple scuffs, little stuff on her forehead, but these plushes are really well made and really durable, so it'll be easy to wash her.
It's me, Care Bear. What's your name?
So she doesn't say a lot, but I think that's a really cute toy for a kid or for someone who collects Care Bears. I think it's cool that she moves her head. I didn't know that. So we have our 2 Care Bear friends, Cheer Bear and Loyal Heart Dog, I think, something like that. So our next toys are, and I paid $1 each for them, so I think that was a pretty good deal. Our next toys, I paid 10 cents, 20 cents each for these, and they're 2 Strawberry Shortcake dolls. This one, if I'm not mistaken, I think is Strawberry Shortcake herself. I'm not sure though. She has weird hair, and she's also not really fully clothed. So for all of you who don't like to see, you know, partially nude dolls, oh no, I don't really mind at all. But she still smells a little bit. That's why I think she might be Strawberry Shortcake, but I can't really tell what the smell is. And then we have her friend, and I really don't know Strawberry Shortcake, so she's either like lemon or banana themed. I think she's lemon themed. She smells a lot still, which is amazing because she is an older doll, and her hair's, you know, still fairly nice. Can easily be cleaned up, and she's still wearing all her clothes, including her shoes, which is amazing. I always get super excited when dolls actually have the shoes that they're supposed to come with, because it's a rare instance. And yeah, she smells a lot. I really can't tell if she smells like banana or lemon. In the future, I will look up the names of the dolls if I can figure them out to tell you guys. But if you guys could let me know in the description which 2 Strawberry Shortcake dolls these are. Pretty sure this is Strawberry Shortcake, but if you could tell me who this is and let me know if I'm right about this one. This one I might just clean up and keep as is for my collection, but the strawberry one, seeing as she doesn't have her clothes or stuff, she will probably be customized or turned into jewelry or some other sort of art. I'm not sure if I'll be able to clean her up enough to make her look good. Yeah. And then I also got a 3rd doll. Now I can't remember the name of this doll series, but she's still in really great condition. She doesn't come with her shoes. Are these the La-Di-Da dolls? I'm not sure if these are La-Di-Da dolls, but they have really big heads, tiny little bodies, and she's got really small legs, so she could never stand up on her own, because look at those legs. But she comes with this really adorable outfit. It's not like a dress, it's more of a really stylized romper type thing with these great sleeves that go out like this. And her hair, despite being a little messy, has actually kept its shape really well. She's got her buns and her bangs. I love the face on her. I love her eyes. I think they're just so well painted. She's even got glitter right underneath her eyes, a tiny little nose, tiny little mouth. And sometimes I don't like dolls with super deformed heads, sometimes I think they look odd, but I think that they actually did these dolls really well. The one thing, though, that I'm not sure of with this doll is she has these braids, and they're not clip-on. They're actually rooted into her skull. But they're a very odd color. I suppose they sort of match her dress, although if the orange was pink, it would probably match better. But it's just very odd to see them just, like, coming out of the back of her hair. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, but I think she's really cute. She's this really stylized doll. And again, I didn't look up the name. I will in the future. If you can let me know in the comments what her name is and what doll series she's from, I would be very grateful so that I can know in the future for these dolls and know what to look up for her. Oh, I think that beeping sound was the Care Bear. I'm going to turn it off. Don't want her going off in the middle of the rest of this video. I already have cats and a dog to deal with making noise. Alright, and the last item for the toys, before we get to the awesome giant box, which isn't of toys, is this thing is super cool. This is a Viewmaster, but this is a Viewmaster, an old Viewmaster, that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that has never been opened. It's really rare to find old Viewmasters, or old things in general, that have never been opened. The box is literally sealed. Shut. No one has ever opened it. It's got, oh, I'm dropping it. It's got little scuffs. You can see on the back the different series of Viewmasters they did. And for those of you who don't know what a Viewmaster is, basically you look through these holes here, and there's little reels like this that go on, and there's a button on the side you press to switch photos. And when you look through these things and aim it at sunlight or something so that you can actually see the image, it creates a 3D image. So these toys were really popular, and this one's actually a Ninja Turtle theme one, which I think makes it even cooler. And it has never been opened, and it will never be opened. This toy is going to stay in its sealed box because that is amazing that I actually found one at a sale in a sealed box, and it cost me $1. It cost me $1 for a sealed Viewmaster, Ninja Turtles Viewmaster, which I think is just absolutely amazing. I am so thrilled about it. It is just like, it made my day. I was like, really? Like, that thing exists? Sorry if I'm saying like a lot. I'm not used to making videos. Still getting used to it. A little bit nervous. But that was one of my holy grail finds, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Viewmaster. So you look and see in 3D. Pretty awesome. So that will stay in its box. And now, for the thing you've all been waiting for. If you've stuck around this long, thank you very much for sticking around. So, this thing's huge. It's not going to fit in the frame. I will try and show you just how freaking giant this thing is, but it's pretty heavy. See, I shook my camera. So, it says glass fragile on it, but it's not. See, this box. This is a big box. Very big box. And, you might be saying, well, what's in the box? And why did I buy it? I did not just buy a box not knowing anything about what's in it. But, so I know generally what's in it, but I don't know what exactly is in it. I'm ruining my tablecloth by putting this box down here. Let's, fix this up. Okay. There we go. So here's the box. I have to back up, so sorry you're seeing my sort of messy studio a little bit more. And by studio, I mean a desk in my basement. So this box is actually full of supplies for working with polymer clay. Now, I've been working with polymer clay for a little over a year. I discovered it last year at some point when I wanted to do a craft activity with my brownies, and I absolutely adored it. So I've been doing a lot more work with it, and if you guys want, I can show you tutorials on how I do some of my clay, or just videos going through what I do. But this entire box belonged to a woman who loved working with clay and glass. I didn't buy any of her stained glass materials, but I bought her entire box of clay materials. Unfortunately, she passed away, so I bought this from her daughter, who was really thrilled that it was going to someone who would use it, because I will be using it, but I'm not sure what sort of clay materials are in here. I just had a very quick look at it at the sale, bought it, and brought it home. It's been sitting in my living room, and I've been wanting to open it, so I finally get to open it. So you guys are going to see with me. We're going to go through it together. So, there we go. I don't think the back's going to stay. So, here are the instructions. She had typed out instructions that were in her box for how to work with polymer clay and all this stuff. I probably won't be using these because I already know a lot, but I thought that was really cute that she actually had instructions with it. So, first thing we have is a filter mask. I don't wear a mask when working with clay. I don't know why this is in here, but I want to try working with resin at some point, and in that case, resin you have to do in ventilated areas, and I think wearing a mask might actually help me out, so I will keep this for working with resin, so that's pretty cool. It's going back there. Alright, next we have a container, and I think these are cookie cutters in it, which the containers are also great for storing things. So we have some circular cookie cutters. I really like making bases with circular cookie cutters for my sculptures. So there's a few different sizes, and there's this one, which is pretty cool. This one could probably make a pie or something. And the other one could so I got some cookie cutters. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, now you get to look at a box instead of the pretty purple tablecloth. This is a thing full of powder. I don't know what this powder is. It might be flocking powder. It's just like white, really fluffy powder. It looks kind of like baking soda or something. But I'm pretty sure it is probably flocking powder, seeing as it's in here. I will have to figure that out. If not, I might just end up throwing it away since there's very little in there, and if I can't figure out what it is, I don't want to use it for something because I don't want to get hurt. Next we have another container, and this container is just an empty container with a plastic bag in it. But it's still a nice container. This would actually be great for storing my scrap clay, so that's probably what I'll use it for. And another container. This one has a happy face. Let's figure out what's inside. So there's this, which I think is like a clay stamp she has made. Oh, an oven thermometer. Oven thermometer, so you know that your oven is exactly. And it's a Sculpey oven thermometer. Oh, that's cool. So that you know your oven is exactly the right temperature for your clay at all the time, because you don't want your clay to crack or overly bend. You want it to last as long as possible. And then here, they're like wrapped in wax paper, so I'm guessing they're just pieces of clay. Or no, they're stamps. They're more clay stamps that she has made. They're mostly leaves and flowers. I'm not going to go through all those in this video. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'll keep all the stamps. I do have a stamp drawer, so I might pick out the best ones and keep them and get rid of the others. Next we have this box. I like all these boxes. They'll stack great in my cupboard. So we have some Sculpey glaze. You can never have enough of this stuff, especially when you're making stuff. And then we have some Deco Artist Series, all mediums, Pure Artist Pigment Copper. So it's copper pigment for your pieces. That's pretty awesome. I love copper colors. My room has a real steampunk theme to it, so I do enjoy steampunky stuff, and that includes a lot of copper. So that's awesome. And more glaze. That makes me really happy. Because I have another glaze thing about this big, but it's getting down there a little. And as long as you stir your glaze, it actually does last a long time. It says you should replace it after a certain amount of time, but it does last a while. Alright, another box. Just the same. So 4 boxes like this so far. And this is more pigment. This is a silver pigment. That's really hard to read not on camera because it actually shadows onto the pigment. Let's open it up. It's quite dusty. As you can see, the pigment is like a powder. It's on my finger. Is all shiny and silver. There you go. You can see it right there. That's how the pigments work. And they're full. Both these pigments are basically full. Which is really cool. I've never worked with pigments before, but I've worked with flocking powders, so I'm assuming pigments are a little bit similar to that. I'm going to stick it back in the box. This is so much fun. Sorry that this video is long. My videos probably will be a little bit longer, but I actually enjoy watching long videos, so. Now here we have a box full of clay, unopened clay, and clay is expensive. These little things, if you don't buy them on sale, cost about $4 a piece, and that's not a lot of clay. It is a lot of clay if you're making, say, charms or using it for little things, but I actually like making sculptures about the size of my hand. I actually here have a sculpture in progress that you can see. This is sort of, she's in progress. She still needs to be finished being painted, but it's fairly large. So this takes more than one of these to make, and I just used white clay for her, so it was a little bit cheaper. But getting the colored packets like this, Fimo, cost about $4. So we have one in black, 2, 3, 4, all in just black, which is great. And then we have a white one. So far that is 5 things of clay. And I paid, I think, $20 for this box. So if each of these cost me $4, and plus there's a whole bunch of other stuff, I think I did pretty well. And it'll all go to use, so. Alright, next we have these sandpaper type pads. They're like sandpaper pads, which is important. If you use white clay, you can like buff out the, if you get like dust or little imperfections that come out, you can buff those out. Next we have some tiles. They're just plain white tiles. I will probably be able to use these for something. Maybe I'll paint them, use them as an art piece, sculpt on top of them, like a 3D sort of wall art thing. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these tiles, but it's always nice to have strange materials that I have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. And if I do something with these tiles, let me guys know, guys, please let me know if you want to see me do something with those, if you have any ideas for me, and if you'd like me to use them in a video. Sorry if you're hearing more noises, that is my dog. She is currently hiding under the desk I'm filming on, because as soon as you start filming, all the animals appear. So, we have a bag here. This bag is filled with little cookie cutters. Small cookie cutters are difficult to find cheap because they mostly have them in craft stores, because not a lot of bakers use tiny cookie cutters. So we have circles, we have squares, and we have ovals. These ones are actually from a baking company. But small cookie cutters, you want, like, see, this one's about the size of my fingernail, or the tip of my finger. So small cookie cutters are awesome for clay, but they are harder to find unless you go to really specific shops for baking or sculpting, art, stuff like that. Alright, next we have this sealed package of powder pigments, and they're all like this nice pearly finish. There's a couple that have been used, but for the most part they're great. They have this nice green color, like, I love this color, sort of a seafoam. Nice purple and red, some more coppers. So that's really cool. I'm going to have to figure out exactly what I do with pigments, and I will do a video about it for you. Because if I need to learn about it, then obviously there must be at least one other person out there who needs to learn about it. Here's a chisel. That's useful. Don't have one of those. And translucent liquid Sculpey, which looks like it might have leaked. It's probably still good. I'll find out if it's good. I have never used liquid Sculpey before, so I will figure this out. I will use it for something, and I will show you. I've never used it before. And more pigments, and these ones are pretty much full. There's a lot of coppers, and there's silver, and a lot of whites. So a little more natural colors. That's really cool. And the great thing about getting these at a garage sale is normally I wouldn't pick up something like a pigment unless it was like on clearance because I'm not used to it. But getting it in a box like this, now I have it, I kind of have to use it. I have to figure it out. Alright, so this next bin has, I think, just clay that's been opened already, but it's all sealed in bags. It's probably still good. Yep, it still feels really squishy. So some of it's probably good, and there's some sealed packages as well. There's a lot of white. There's a lot of white and black that I'm seeing. Yeah, there's nothing else, just white and black. That's all I'm seeing. No color. Which is fine. I can do a lot with black and white clay. And it's expensive, so. More clay! I think. Might be wrong. Okay, so here we have some colors. So, obviously, we have more black. There's 3 things of black. Then we have some really old, it looks like really old packaging. This is purple. It's a really dark purple. This is the color that I used for one of my characters a long time ago. I sort of lightened her up a bit though. Later on. There's another purple. Some greens, yellow. And some of this probably isn't good anymore, but I'm sure some of it is, so I will figure out what of it isn't good. And the ones in seal packages still feel super squishy, so that's good. So I'll figure out what I can use and what I can't, and yeah, it'll be awesome. Getting near the bottom of the box now, we have a roller. It's for rolling out clay. It's just a rod. I don't have one of these actually. I've been using dotting tools as rollers as well because they have that nice flat edge. So it's nice to have this. I will actually be using this for my clay. I've never done it before. This will be so much easier than using my dotting tools though. Alright. Now we have in its box. Oh, this is heavy. Oh. This is a big thing. A pasta machine. And if any of you work with clay, pasta machines are used for blending colors and doing a lot of cool stuff with that. I will do a video about it if you guys want, so let me know. Yeah, for use with polymer clays and soft metal sheets. So, it's really great. As you can see, it's all in there. I actually saw this in the box. This is one of the things I saw that made me buy it, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to get a pasta machine if I don't get it at a garage sale. Because I'm afraid to invest in things, I guess. Here's another empty container. This is great though. It could hold individual clay pieces. It could hold scrap clay, or I can use it to hold beads, because I work with a lot of beads and little pieces of things too. I don't only work with clay. I do a lot of different crafting stuff. A couple more things. This one has like a little pad in it. It's again empty. Well, empty container. Oh, so exciting at the end of the video. And we have one more container, and I know it's not empty. So it's another one with little edges like this. I actually really like these containers, so I will use them. We have some like eyeshadow applicators. I'm sure these can be good for paint, for doing a lot of different things. For working with stamps, this sort of sponginess is really good. And then we have a whole bunch of tools. So we have this little hammer here, which I actually have a jewelry anvil. That's pretty cool. I might use it with that. I'm not sure what it was being used for, or what it's supposed to be used for. But I will find a use for it. A plastic spoon that I will probably throw out because I don't need a plastic spoon. A paintbrush to go with my many paintbrushes. I am not sure what this is. A letter opener? But it was being used to work with clay. Is it for piercing holes, maybe? A little ring on the end. Stainless steel, according to it. Anyways, that's an interesting tool. Some blades. Where are the blades? I have a whole bunch of these. Always good to have more. This sort of tool. Looks like something the dentist would have. Sorry, I don't know the names of all my tools and things. I sort of just use whatever I find in whatever way I come up with. I don't really use things properly. I use things in a way that benefits me and in whatever way I think up. Because if you can't be creative with something, then why do it? It's a toothbrush. Toothbrushes are often used for painting, cleaning, all that stuff. Some sandpaper. I have a bunch of that already. Plastic knife. I don't think I'll be using that with my clay. I think I'll just throw it out. Another plastic knife. Ruler. A nice long needle. I love these things for beading. Long needles. And a clothespin. And that's it. That is our mystery box. I will lay everything out so you guys can see it. So I will be right back. So this is everything that was in the box. It was a pretty full box for 20 bucks. I think that's really awesome. A lot of the equipment costs a lot, so do craft supplies. I often pick up craft supplies at garage sales, and I also got some toys, which was awesome. So if you guys like this video, please stay tuned for more. I will be doing some more tutorial videos coming up. And if you like it, you can like it. My cat says you should, so thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!